motivates me a lot, makes me feel energized. And definitely, I can also speak for my co-presenter that together, hearing this team puts us in the mood and that we are ready to serve you, the Liberian people. Good morning, my name is Oscar, and I'm here with Marka Davis. Also on this team is the man Sam Pontia Jedo, always behind the camera, making sure that those of you who would not want to follow by radio, you can catch us live on the social media, Real TV/Truth FM, and on www.truthfmliberia.com. And this morning I feel like singing, and that's a song that says, "Just another day. The Lord has spared us from all evils, from all trials, from all tribulations. He has spared us with our eyes fixed on Him." And so because He has spared you, His grace is sufficient for you. Guess what He said? If He feeds the birds of the sky, the ants of the earth, what more about you? Made just little lower than angels, made in His image and His likeness. Good morning, Liberia. Making a time 23 minutes, climbing up to 8 o'clock. We seated right here on Dupont Road in Painesville. If God be on our side, we can simply say we are ready to take you straightly up to 10 o'clock this morning. Without fear and no favor, with a sense of belongingness and true patriotism, we've come to serve our country. Having said that, let me go over to my colleague, Marka Davis, and say, Marka, good morning. And say the man is Jato for me. Oh, Marka,
Yeah.
you tell me.
Good
Good
morning, Oscar, and good morning to all of our people following us online. Yeah, Oscar, I love the image. Yeah.
Yeah, your brain
all the people, people umbrella, yeah. Yeah, so all of you joining us this morning, thank you so much. Wherever you find yourself this morning and following us, if you are driving to work, we admonish you to drive with care and stay off the phone. Don't be on the phone and be driving is dangerous.
Yeah.
Yes, and those of you who are still resting and just listening to the radio, I would love to say thank you and welcome. We hope we stay together up to 10 o'clock this morning, providing you the best of breakfast. Yes, and Oscar is here leading the team this morning again.
Definitely. Why, you want me to go?
No. I thought about going business.
You want me to go? Okay, so we're here this morning. Let's rumble you through with what we have prepared. We're about to dish it up. And so when you're living in a house where you people are over 10 to 20, then sometimes all of you go and get your own bowls so that at least a spoon is dropped into each of you bowls. So bring your dishes this morning. We're about to dish up the menu. Coming up shortly, just shortly, we'll be placing phone calls to police authorities. And specifically, the man to speak with this morning is the official spokesperson. What a minute, they think they're coming down, man. What happened? Why my own team B? Yeah, man. Is that coming down?
Yeah, no small.
Maybe I reducing. So this morning we'll be speaking with Moses Carter. He's Unit 122, Liberia National Police. There are reports or allegations that from yesterday's protests, one or two of our citizens who decided to take on the street were allegedly, a shot. How true is that information? Was it a live bullet, a rubber bullet? Is it just a makeup story? Moses Carter is the man to tell us that. And of course, we won't hesitate to ask him about the recent situation along the Japan Freeway. As a matter of fact, according to the news this morning, the guys are even planning to have a mass protest. Mr. Editor-in-Chief. Yeah. Okay, so they're planning to have a mass protest this morning. Wow, you're suffering about police people. There you go. And so Moses Carter will be speaking this morning. We'll also be placing a call briefly to the president of the Liberia Council of Churches. Remember yesterday, our colleague from Front Page Africa reported that the LCC has called on all clergymen to reject presidential appointments. Did he actually make that statement? According to him, the headline was sensational. And so we'll speak with him this morning. Then, of course, hopefully the review of the local dailies. That's hopefully. I believe you made the Talk to Your Leader segment. It's a special one this morning. Clear out your chest. But please with civility. Then somewhere around 8:20, we'll have those who were the engineers of the protest yesterday from the University of Liberia, the students. They will be represented here this morning. We're going to be having Mustafa Nushkanem. He's the Secretary General, Student Unification Party. We'll also have Amos M. Colley, Stand-Up Burial Soup. The both of them will be here this morning. While they are here, we'll also place call out to Martin K. and Colley, a former student leader. And they will all take us up to 9 o'clock this morning. 9 to 9:15 sports, commercials, a bit of entertainment. We chart the course of how we want our entertainment to be. 9:15 to 10 o'clock. The National Commission on Higher Education will be here, ready to take all of our hard questions. What are their achievements, their challenges, are their prospects? We will not hesitate to ask them about the proposed bill coming from Bond County Senator Dr. Henry Tokpa for the creation of the Ministry of Higher Education. Is it feasible? Is it timely? Do we have the capacity to do so? Will there not be conflict of interest, usurpation of functions? And of course, the University of Liberia students' demonstration on issues of e-learning. The head of the Secretariat himself will be here this morning. And so that's the composition of the breakfast for today. Of course, a lot of you have already started following. Marka, just give me a few seconds. Let me, we got to do due diligence to these people who bring in the data, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. So we have acrobatic,
Yes.
acrobatic, acromo. He's that he or she, I think that he's.
Yeah. So Oscar, just
Lucy?
look at the screen. Sam is making the big.
Oh yes, yeah. Sam, thank you. Sam, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I forgot that we have our computer wizard behind there. So acrobatic mole is saying good morning, Oscar and Marka. And who's next on the line? Lucky, Wa. Please. Okay, so that one is not Prince Alvin Gongo, the mayor of the intellectual class of Pinsville. Good morning, my team. I'm watching from my beloved city, Pinsville. Definitely, Pinsville is the best city in the republic. Jusu Gamo. Marka be helping me out. I want to call you my co-presenter.
Gamo.
Jusu Gamo. Good morning, Mr. Morba. I'm Jusu Gamo watching from Rock Hill Community. Oh, that one of my voters there. Fed Dennis is watching. Good morning, my RCR family, Oscar and big player Marka Davis. Thanks for the broadcast. I'm watching from my Stephen A. Turber residence on the Japan Freeway. How are you come to work? That police get out. Wow, the British broadcaster and the Liberian broadcaster looking good. Thank you. They say you Liberian broadcaster.
Yeah.
Christopher Quina.
Yeah.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning. I'm following you live from Kakata City, Magibi County. Thank you, people, for the show this morning. Emmanuel Zer Lowe says, what's going on with Oscar's mask? I tell you, the mask coming down, man. Good morning.
The mask is 10.5.
The mask is 10.5. Yeah, man. Anissa's 8.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Zico Rare, good morning. I'm watching live from Badnersville Estate. At least we take just one more. Getting tired, man. Good morning. I'm watching you from my residence in Puebla community, Joe Bala. So that end with Joe Bala. At least the rest of you would like to say Daniel Johnson is watching. I guess this is our Daniel Johnson from Habel.
Yeah, you read his comment.
Oh, I read his comment. Aloysius Flomo, good morning to you, Oscar and Marka. They spell your Marka, let it Marka.
Yeah, they want the Bible. He said no, I can go there.
I'm happy to be following as usual from Lower Magibi County. The e-learning program at the University of Liberia is not effective. Oh, we won't go to that one yet. No problem. When we open the line, we'll discuss that. So, Marka, just before we begin placing calls, I just want to call on health authorities to what happened the last time that we were told that COVID had not left the country, but complacency sets in at the time, both from the angle of the government of Liberia through the health ministry and partners, and even for us, the ordinary citizens, we felt very complacent, and that's how the third wave came and started killing our people. I can safely say this morning that you can call and debunk me, but I think complacency is setting in again.
Okay.
Especially since the Minister of Health, I don't know whether that bad thing the minister did, but people are abusing it now. Marka, if you are walking along the street, you see people now wearing a mask again. You see people, especially the motorcyclists. These, my man, you need to find means. Let's get to John Kane. Okay. At least hopefully Thursday or next week. These motorcyclists are very stubborn. They are taking 2 passengers now, plus the rider, making them 3. In fact, they are doubling. Yeah, sometimes 3. And they are passing by the police officers. Police officers too, I don't know whether they are afraid, they are not taking action against these people. Maybe because some of them too, they join security, other than just beating people around here. So, I don't know what's happening. But COVID has not left our country. COVID has not left our country. Those of you over there at the Ministry of Health, please do not feel complacent. And that's why, the other time, Marka, when Dr. Keta and myself were together, and I think other media outlets were calling him to give, we were going out of town. Other media institutions were calling for him to give update. I was like, oh God, if we call right now and start telling the people that our cases are dropping or they've dropped, Liberians now will start celebrating and forget about, whatever that is happening. I think it is about time that we even intensify the fight against COVID. The various border ports. I want to be careful now because I learned the difference between the entry ports and entry points. Entry points are the illegal ones. Okay. The entry ports are the legal ones. Okay. Yes, I learned that one from the LRRC and immigration.
I finished learning my own too without paying fees. Copy said I'm paying.
And you teach me because I pay copy to go. I pay copy to go there. So I'm begging our people. The gatherings, we gathering a lot. The ruling establishment, the opposition, but mainly it's coming from even the government herself. You cannot be telling the people, say, don't go to places. Look at my man, CO5 died. We were restricted, and I must applaud the police. The police did extremely well because they said we don't want to be seen as the people who are enforcing and then we are breaking.
Yes, sure.
So to the extent that even some family members were the only God that blessed me to enter because I'm a journalist. Even though I was dressed in the clothes of the family, but I had to enter because I was and the restriction was not easy. So we cannot be telling the ordinary people, say, don't gather. But then Minister Nathaniel McGill and the legs of Samuel Tua, then other than they take people and go Bond County and go to Nima County, according to our Nima County correspondent.
Yes, they were there.
Yeah, I think it's even on social media.
I saw almost 4 of them in one small studio doing interview.
Yeah, but the government is not able, in fact, the Ministry of Health is not able to muster the courage and tell these people from the executive that what you're doing is wrong. But we want to go, and that's why Colonel Patrick Suru, he needs to step on his game. If you want to be security man, be security man. If you want to be soft and you're not able to stand and tell people the truth as a security man, then resign from being a police officer. You are on record of telling the Liberian people that you enforce their health protocols, the wearing of nose masks and other things, and the social distances. You were taking glory, Mr. IG, for closing down Opoto, closing what other entertainment center they said they closed down. They closed down a number of entertainment centers. You were taking glory. We shut them down. We shut funeral homes down. Morgues. They up to now they pay you. That's good. So what's about the people for the executive? What's happening to them? And these are people, and you'll see police officers with those people escorting them. But then we want the ordinary people and the health people sit down. They say, "Oh, COVID not finished from the country," but they say they say they're very complacent now. We want our people to die again like chicken around here. We ourselves, we don't want to die because you never know why is it you trust in God. You never know whether when the next variant comes, whether you say you will go. I mean, I won't go now. I don't even think you're ready to go.
No, I'm not. What?
Yeah. As long as I'm going, you not go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say amen.
Amen, but it doesn't mean we'll go together. Because I'm sure that's me won't go.
Okay, yeah, Marka. So just go ahead while I'm trying to connect with Moses Carter.
Okay, so while you are trying to connect, like the story we reported this morning concerning planned protests along the Japan Freeway, we received a tip last night that a huge number of people were having meetings from yesterday afternoon all the way to the evening, and we saw video footage of more than 500. Even in the news we said about 300, but the video we saw, the amount of people who saw, they were in huge numbers, and we hear them saying that they will go any more with the protest in connection to the guy who allegedly was killed following police altercation, the enforcement of the health protocol along the truck driver, you know, right? Yes.
So, Marka, please, 1 minute. You know, we are here also to serve government. We have the Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs, Ministry of Information.
Yeah.
I almost said Ministry of Education.
Jarawa Tompo.
Jarawa Tompo is on the line.
One of the newest ministers.
One of the newest ministers, and the minister who promised
not the very newest.
Yeah, the minister who promised to be very severe and not talking like the way others would talk, but will be. In fact, he has a diplomatic posture, and so he comes from that back. Minister, good morning.
Good morning, Oscar, my man. So the two of you won't go together?
Yeah, well,
you know, already debunked that one.
You know, during those days, minister, during those days when the king is dying, they can bury him with other people. So the day I'm ready to go, you just put Marka there too.
I beg you, I'm a bandit.
Actually, I'm going to thank you for the creating the awareness and that part of your social responsibility. It is important that all of us in the media industry, help the Ministry of Health. Like the word you use, that they are complacent. No, I think the minister is always on top of the game. should always inform the people that we should not, take anything for granted for now. We should continue to wear our nose masks. We should not bring it down beneath the nose. Let mask up.
Yeah,
so,
I'm fighting on my own yourself.
It is important. Yes, we are having a good news, but that does not in any way means that we should be reckless. I see as I drive alone, before then I used to see people wearing nose masks. Right now I see everybody, many of them, not using the nose mask. So I'd like to join you, and like you started helping the Ministry of Health, please let's continue to talk to our citizens. This thing, let all of us fight it. And one day, in the not too distant future, we'll all win the battle. So
yeah,
I mean,
seriously.
thank you for that. For that awareness.
I hope you stay wearing your mask, because when you were at the Senate, whenever I saw you, you were always masked up. I hope you've not changed.
I afraid I signal.
Okay, the way already you're getting old, and I hope people can catch. The minister's scared to go.
Yeah.
By the way, not still up. Yeah, Marka, you're in.
Yeah, so
I'm still trying to get to Carter.
So we were hinted about that meeting. It was a mass meeting, and according to our sources, you know this Mark Jabater, who
the same Mark Jabater
at one point in time made a threat against the life of the Chief Justice.
Chief Justice.
Yes, we understand he was at that meeting, and he vowed to lead the protest. So we tried getting to. I think it's good that we even have to get to
Moses Carter,
to understand what they know about that planned protest.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that if there's anything, it is our right to peacefully assemble. So if it is anything, we just hope that there should be no violence, and they should conduct themselves in a very peaceable manner.
Yeah.
The next thing, just briefly, 1 minute, because is the issue of the National Transit Authority, Oscar. There's a leaked audio cell phone conversation with the managing director and somebody who was very close to him that was doing almost an action on his behalf. The man that he would tell the bus driver, say, you pack the money and give it to the man and get to my house.
Oh.
Yes. So
now the man dummy like that, so?
So the recordings, leaked. So we've been playing.
Why, you got it?
Yeah, we've been playing it and listening to it.
We'll talk about the recording, and we think behind the scene.
Yeah.
Then anything will.
Yeah. But we think the president will take action.
Yeah, he needs to.
Yeah.
He needs to take action. Okay. So Marka, well, we're not on top of the daily, but the Front Page Africa newspaper is reporting this morning. Let me get it. It's reporting this morning that the Ghanaian president has given green light. Yeah, we said Ghanaian president gives green light for the demolition. And you're demolishing places here too, so they get green light for them to demolish the demolition of the Buduburam refugee camp. Once upon a time, I lived on that camp before. So let me just read 1 or 2 lines here, Marka. Kato, just give me 1 minute, please. Kato is calling. Solomon Dako Kwam, the district chief executive of Gomoal East in the Central Region in Ghana, has revealed that they have been given instruction by President Akufo-Addo to demolish the Buduburam refugee camp and settlements around the camp. The green light from President Addo followed a 3-month ultimatum given by chiefs of Goma. So you see, the chief said they wanted people there. And the president, I think now he had to back whatever the chief said. Goma district to the government of Ghana. You see what I was saying? They told the people, say, the people should leave from here. The Ghanaians, they are united. But can we have that same spirit in Liberia? Well, I don't know. Government of Ghana to demolish the Buduburam refugee camp on the ground that the camp is being used as a hideout for prostitution.
Wow. And other crimes.
And other crimes. They say the Liberian people and other people that are over there, but man, this is not a good news for us.
Yeah, but Ghanaians there too. Not only Liberians.
This is not a good news
other
for
people
us.
There.
Yeah, they say prostitution rate is high and is against their morals. Yeah, we said that they're saying. Let me read this last. Okay. In quotation, says the government should get rid of those buildings over there. I think the place should not be a hiding place where people do a lot of things that do not speak. The other one, I do not speak well of Buduburam. Chief Gomoa District Nana Abo Ata stressed. So you see, I think their point basically is that a lot of immoral things are going on. At the Buduburam, on the Buduburam camp. I used to live over there before, but it's not a good news. But then what we would do is say I should not defend the action of the Ghanaian president. let's hold it there this morning. Sorry, we can really bring you a lot of headlines this morning. We are challenged. We will be trying small, but Moses Carter is the official spokesperson recognized by the government of Liberia to speak on behalf of the police. Unit 122, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Oscar, and it's always a pleasure being a part of your Truth Breakfast show.
And we want to publicly say a very big thank you for the level of cooperation and support existing between the police and our institution here. Whenever we call, you always speak, even though we're doing favor for you, though.
Yeah, call it favor, but I think the favor goes to the people of Liberia because, you know, you are involved in public service. We are also involved in public service, and the beneficiaries of our public services are the people of the Republic of Liberia.
Correct. Moses, so let's go into the crust of why we call you up this morning. First of all, let's begin with the situation yesterday. Protest is backed by our constitution, which is the organic law of the land. However, when it is not peaceful, then it becomes something of grave concern. Yesterday, students of the University of Liberia have been protesting, but yesterday was one of those days that we saw what appeared to have been some level of uprising, if not clashes, between the police and the students. Can you tell us exactly what happened? Because there are reports that you allegedly discharged firearm.
Well, let me first lay the basis, of your question. In answering your question, before I go to answering your question, protest is let me not say protest. Let me say peaceful assembly is guaranteed under the Constitution. All right, that citizens have the right to peacefully. And if you look at the modification of the assembly, it speaks to peaceful assembly, meaning whoever that is engaged in assembly must do so peacefully without causing inconvenience for others. That is what peaceful is. So the students of the University of Liberia have their rights to raise issues against
Carter slip off. Okay, I will call you, Carter. Moses Carter.
I think he's trying to call back.
Yeah, Carter is trying to call back. So let's hope that he can call back this morning. Carter, we don't have the luxury of time. Please, you either call or you pick my call. It doesn't matter. 077 Carter. Okay, so what's happening, Carter?
Try to place the call back to him.
Oh.
Okay, no problem.
No problem. I will call you, Chief.
Just speak.
You know you're my man. Moses Carter, very good gentleman. Carter, yeah.
I ran out of.
Yeah, you see the thing. What you want to talk here publicly? So we can say the whole police postman I got money in your phone.
It happens sometimes because we're putting these 3 days. So
you put in your own susu and I say police. But let's go to the issue, Carter.
So citizens have the right to peacefully assemble. They have the right to hold their governments accountable, and you name it. But that should be done in a way that is peaceful, all right, and orderly, all right. What happened at the university? We are not trying to question the claims by the students. No, that's not our business as law enforcement institution. The students have the right to challenge or to raise issues with their leadership at the university. got a call from the university authority that the president of the university was held hostage.
Okay.
By the students. That he would not leave his office, or he could not leave his office. Doing so would have been very dangerous for him. So we're moving.
Kata, I want you to summarize. I want you to summarize this because we also have to place call to the president of the Liberia Council of Churches and take our segment, talk to your leaders. Were the students on the street yesterday protesting, or they were in the compound of the University of Liberia?
They came out of the compounds of the university. They went to 12th Street, and if you look at the social media, you will see one of the innocent citizens' vehicle that was damaged by some of the protesters. All right. Then you hear people say the students were just peaceful. That is not peaceful. Peaceful means comport yourself in the best, orderly, and peaceful manner. That is peaceful. It's not for you to go and bash on somebody.
So what did you do in return? What did the police do in return?
Well, the car is currently parked at the headquarters of the police. We are definitely investigating to bring to book the individuals that spoiled the vehicle, and they'll be made to account for the action.
How did the police move in, Mr. Spokesman? How did the police move in yesterday?
Yesterday, according to our commanding officers, when they moved in, they engaged the students constructively as a way of allowing them access to the university. But those efforts fell on fertile ground. They had no alternative but to disperse the students who were violent using tear gas. And tear gas is a conventional instrument, non-lethal instrument, that is used to disperse a group of people who are not cooperating or who seem violent.
Did your guys go on the scene with firearms?
Well, to the best of the commanding officers' information we gathered yesterday, when we sent officers at the university, especially the ones who entered the grounds of the university campus, they did not go firearms.
So how is this report coming up that the police allegedly discharged firearm, I don't know whether live or rubber bullet, and it affected one or two of the students?
Well, one thing I know is, like I said to you, we discharged a non-lethal weapon, which is tear gas, and a non-lethal weapon sounds like a firearm when it's discharged. Let's get it clear to the public. When a tear gas is fired, it sounds like a real, gun that is, fired. However, we cannot simply.
Well, Moses, I hope you know other security personnel and ex-security personnel are listening.
My friend, I'm telling you, any ex-security personnel can call in a show and say a tear gas doesn't sound like a live, firearm. It sounds. The only difference is one is non-leader, the other is leader.
So did it affect the students in terms of bodily injury?
Well, the tear gas does not leave any bodily injury. The tear gas is meant to disperse you. When it is fired, you will have to leave even if you don't want to leave. That is when we tell you leave, please leave. Please leave. And you say no, we are not leaving. We use tear gas to make you to leave.
So the information about the police discharging firearm is not true?
Well, I cannot say it's true or it's not true because you know what? We have to leave room for the students' case to be investigated.
Okay.
And I'm very, very, very clear about this. So I don't want any student to come to us. The man said, no, this does not happen. To the best of our knowledge, we spoke to the commanding officer. They said there was no fire, lethal weapon discharge.
Okay. Moses.
A non-lethal weapon was discharged, but let me let you know something. Oscar. We hear that from, I spoke with Joy FM this morning, one of your sister stations, that one of the victims is currently at the Cali hospital. What I told them is, for us as the police, we are not interested in sentiments. We are interested in facts. We will be interested in the medical report of that student that is at the Cali hospital. If it turns out that that student that is at the Cali hospital was fired at, we will take appropriate actions in making sure that all officers that responded to the university will be subjected to an investigation.
Okay, I trust the IG for that, but let's leave it at that. Let's move on. At least just a minute now. Please don't go beyond that. The Japan freeway situation occurred last week, and again, it was reported that you people, the police officers, that we sit on this radio and advocate for most of the time, appearing as though you guys are wanting to make us shame now. What's the situation?
Absolutely can make you shame. This police administration, under the leadership of Patrick Soto, remains very committed in, remaining a people-oriented police force.
So how come somebody died from the...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so can we confirm this report that indeed your action last week led to the death of a citizen?
We cannot confirm that our actions led to the death of a citizen. What we can confirm is a citizen died last week as a result of, a struggle which occurred while an inspection was ongoing.
A struggle between who?
A struggle between police officers in the Gardensville area and one conductor of a bus.
Okay, so you think a citizen, you think an ordinary civilian is able to go into what you call a struggle between police officers, someone who is trained to even 2-3 persons, he's able to bring those people down. You think just a citizen is able to go through a struggle with that person? And
in police report, we are interested in the outcome of our investigation other than running conclusions outside of our investigations. That's what we are interested in.
Are you aware of planned protest this morning?
We are subjected, we are aware, and as a matter of fact, as I speak to you, there's a huge deployment of officers in the Somaliland and other parts of the Monrovia. There's a huge deployment.
Okay.
And we are saying to all of the citizens, we have met with the family of the deceased, victim. We have met them, we have assured them that justice will be served. And as a matter of fact, we are having another meeting with them, either today or tomorrow. But we can say to them that this investigation will be conducted impartially. If anyone wants to use such a situation to come in the streets, to cause havoc or embarrassment, inconvenience for any of our citizens in our community, you will meet the full force of the police.
okay,
I can say that.
all right, Moses.
Others are deployed. Anyone who comes to the street in the name of coming to misbehave, you will meet the full force of the police.
Okay, you will meet the full force of the police. I gave you people invitation to come on the radio live, and you're not seizing our opportunity, so we have to leave you there because of time. Let's speak with Bishop Carter Brown quickly. Then we pick 1 or 2 calls here this morning. That's Moses Carter. So those of you who are planning to go and protest, well, you heard it. Carter say you'll meet the full force of the police. The full force. So Bishop Carter Brown is the president of the Liberia Council of Churches. Mr. President, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Well, we're doing okay. So we don't have the luxury of time, Bishop. Let's go into why we called you up this morning. Yesterday, our colleagues from Front Page Africa reported that you said that clergymen in Liberia should reject appointed positions by the president. Did you first of all make that statement?
Good morning, Oscar. Good morning to all your listeners, and happy day to Liberians everywhere. The Front Page Africa people ask me what I thought about Bishop Kwayi's dismissal by the president, and I said that it's prerogative of the president of Liberia to dismiss or employ anyone in line with constitutional mandate. So if you don't want to dismiss, then you may not want to work with the president or for the president. But once you work for the president, you have the will and pleasure of the president. That's constitutional, and there's nothing we can do about that. So collective people who don't want to be dismissed by the president should not work in his government.
Okay, but you did not say.
If you work in his government, you work at his will and pleasure.
I think it's just fair enough. If you don't want to be dismissed because you work at the will and pleasure of the president for no reason, a president can decide to wake up and just fire you at any point in time. The Constitution backs that. So you are not saying that clergymen who want to accept presidential appointments reject it?
I do not mean that clergy people should reject political appointments from the government of Liberia if they feel like God is calling them to serve in the public service. But if you serve the public service, you should realize that you work at the will and pleasure of the president. And you should be ready.
So what's your best advice? What's your best advice or caution to clergymen in our country?
That if they want to work in the public service, they should work at the will and pleasure of the president.
Okay, I like that. So at least the clarity is made. Finally, Bishop, before we take leave of you, it seems as though I may be wrong, and I stand to receive your correction, that little or nothing is done at the level of the Liberal Council of Churches. Amidst all of these noise in the country about protests, you've been listening to, because I know you follow religiously the radios and the newspapers. The citizens of Lofa County have been complaining that their senator-elect had not been certificated. What has been the role of the Liberal Council of Churches?
Oscar, just give me a few minutes. Let me first of all extend our sympathies from the other council of churches to the families and the YA, for the unfortunate incident that happened with that wreck boat. We express our deepest condolences to the families, and then to the family of Aliyu Sharif, the young man who got murdered or whatever by police officers. We'll extend our deepest sympathies are troubling developments. And then yesterday, the panel with the Universal Liberal students and the police is concerning issues, and we hope that they can be addressed. On the Lofa issue, with Senator-elect Marka, the Council of Church has been engaged with the government, engaged with the people of Lofa. There's been a lot of discussions held and a lot of proposals for the gift.
It seems the government is not listening to your engagement. How are you engaging? What are you saying to them? What are they?
Not necessarily. The government and the council of churches are always engaged.
But
the government and the council of churches are always engaged.
What message are you using in your engagement in this line?
That the people that we should exercise restraint, we should exercise calm. That even the senator-elect, Marka, knows that the council of churches is engaged with the government, and he and other people, he's aware of that. And,
aren't you frustrated that this is going too long, even though you've been engaging? It's been nearly 8 months.
We are overall frustrated that 8 months after we had the senatorial elections, this is the first time it's happening in Liberia. That we never had the first time, but in recent history, the story of President Tuckman being elected as senator before he became president in the late 1920s, and then there were some occasions in Maryland, and the people said, no Tuckman, no senator, and then that story. But in recent history, this is the first time it's taken so long for Lofa and get more content. And the reason why the Council of Churches is concerned is because of the pending 2023 presidential and legislative elections. So it's important that we can celebrate these challenges. But when the issue goes to court, then of course, we talk about the rule of law. When the rule of law applies, then we have to ensure that all we do is for the court to be able to, or the hearing officers, or the adjudication officers, whoever they are, they're able to accelerate these interventions so that we are on an even keel. All the counties need to be represented in the legislature. That's what our law says. So,
how soon, Bishop? How soon do you want this thing to come to an end?
As soon as possible. This is an issue that we believe can be resolved. Can only be solved politically.
Okay.
It can be solved politically, and we should muster the political courage to be able to resolve this. Oscar, our country is full of a lot of challenges, and we Liberians, we're slow on a lot of things. We're slow on coming together. We're slow on making decisions. We're slow on fostering national cohesion. We're slow on it's like we'll talk about we celebrate the Homeland over the 4 years, and I mean now like the rest believe that we haven't done enough to talk about ourselves, as a nation, and so that kind of mindset. How do we go back that kind of mindset?
Yeah.
So that we're able to work together to be able to build on what we are supposed to build on for ourselves.
All right. Thank you, Bishop, to hold it there. Thank you. Time is fast spent, but thanks for picking our call this morning. We wish you well in health and everything. We hope that they.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Thank God for COVID-19 Nigeria, the fact that God and now we're having some good results in Nigeria, so they have the health protocols. Let's continue with the health protocols and do what we can do to save ourselves.
All right, Bishop, we got to go. My phone is giving me
8.4.
I'm saying, Mama, what happened today, boy? My phone is giving me so much signal. So let's pick one or two calls. Our guests are already here. From the yes, I see them here this morning. But let's pick few calls now on the segment. Talk to your leaders. You have to be very brief when you call. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, people on Sky. Let me say good morning to the people of Nigeria. This is the voice of the irrevocable friend to join for lower match this morning. People this morning are potential about our senator, new personal senator, Chief Onola. This morning I want to send the candidate directly to the office that will give to take this ultimatum to tell us why he has done with the 30K.
Okay.
Thank you. You get to the lockdown. You see that some of you can abuse protests in this place. Hello.
Yeah, they making
y'all sit down. Y'all go pour hands in castle on us. What kind of attitude for? Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Oscar. Good morning, Marka. This is Harris S. Kuon calling from the Recap Belt.
Go ahead, yeah, Harris.
Oscar, I think when you conducted the interview with the police spokesman, the men started stuttering over the word about that on a Sumada draft. And we want to publicly condemn the attitude, of the students placing the university president hostage.
Yeah, that one. You go here, Papa. You have a color?
Oh, no, he went up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, so not a call yet.
But at least two more calls. 077.
Pick this.
Yeah, pick.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka David, and let me say good morning to Oscar and all many Liberians following the broadcast this morning. Aloysius P. Flomo Jr. is my name, and I join you as usual from Lower Maikibi County. And I just want to speak quickly on the issue of that e-learning program at the state-run University of Liberia. People of Marka, in this country, if we are not prepared, especially under this government for certainty, we should not bring it to the public and try to maybe buy public glory for it. The government said they were implementing this particular e-learning program because of the outbreak of COVID. So you got other schools, especially secondary schools that are open in our country. Then you say the state-run university where you have mature men and women attending. You brought about the e-learning program, but some of these things we sometimes we will shape the blame on our legislature because we will have a very serious manner legislation that will take the public, especially the citizen priority.
So are you insinuating that the legislature, those over there that you even elected, the people elected those people, are they not serious?
Oscar, what I'm trying to say, you got a legislature that is distributing 30,000 United States dollars a month and stuff. They call it legal money. You have universities that said they want to implement e-learning program.
So these are all signs that they are not serious.
But they didn't get data for the professors, the lecturers.
Okay. Yeah,
okay.
Pick that next caller. Thank you, Aloysius.
Thank you. Aloysius, thank you. Let's take this
hopefully
person.
that final call.
Hello? Good morning.
Thank you. Let me say good morning to my brother Oscar. Let me say good morning to the people.
Jutu Jerome?
No.
Sonny, yes. Okay.
Yeah. I listened to you guys this morning. Let me quickly call on my president, His Excellency Dr. George Manabuya. A few months ago, the president for the Bomi Community College passport. And our brothers and sisters need to go to school. So let me use the platform to call on our president to please make the project enough to appoint new president to that state.
Okay. Thank you.
I think, Marka, we can take a break.
Yes.
Let's take a break here this morning. This is Truth Radio. and this is the Truth Breakfast Show. This is where we speak the truth, sometimes undiluted, but it doesn't mean that we are outrabbers. Hmm? We are your friends, and sometimes, we try to interspice it with some level of joke, and to stress free your mind, because Liberia's problem, it's not easy. What do we do?
The orange.
Yeah. Orange. Man, a French over there. You can go there with me with French.
No, I won't go there with you.
It's orange.
You're still on your refugee life in Africa.
My guy, I need to recommend that you go to different team. You don't respect me on the show. You go to different team. So I was living refugee life. So, and why the people they come and send your other people back. So Lincoln Tokpa is saying the protesters. Okay, I think yes, thank you, Sam. He's talking about not this one I want to see. He's talking about the other one, about the Ghana, the Ghana situation wherein the president has given the green light. Yes, so this is it. Thank you, Sam. I must admit that I am the chairman of the Liberian community in Mali. The action of the Ghanaian president is timely and productive. That's Liberian talking. The dwellers have had opportunities to integrate into the Ghanaian society. Every society needs capacity building intellectually. The what?
Secession.
Okay. So thank you, Sam.
No,
thank you.
Away.
Yeah, thank you.
That's why I can rush to the bank before the line gets long.
So they pay